Welcome to the Point of Truth podcast, hosted by Jay.
Oh, tell me the truth, your truth, tell me the truth, I wanna know the truth, so tell me the truth.
Hello, you beautiful souls. Welcome to the Pursuit of Truth with Jay. How are you? How are you doing today? I hope that you are well. Thank you so much for tuning in with us today. I have an amazing guest. I had an opportunity to sit down with Benji Collotta back in, I believe it was March, when we were doing some filming for my dear friend Khalil Siam and his film, The Point of the Pen. So Benji flew in from Massachusetts. That is where he's from. And he used to live in LA. He moved to LA to pursue his hip hop aspirations. And he's truly a talented soul. And while he was in LA and living in LA, he caught the acting bug and started to act. So he is acting, he is still doing the hip hop thing, and I'm so excited to have him on. So without further ado, this is Benji Collotta. What's happening?
Hey, what's going on? Nice to see you. Nice to talk to you again.
Nice to see you again. What's going on? You're in Hawaii.
I am out in Hawaii on Oahu.
On Oahu. So you
Yeah,
how
my
many
little sister just had a baby boy, so she's on the Big Island with her fiance, and they basically came over. My dad got like a house for a month, just retired, so he's living his best life. And I'm there.
So how
Girls out here. We're just having a blast. I've been out here a week and a half, and I'm leaving Tuesday, so 2 weeks in
Oh
total.
my goodness, that's such a great time, right?
It's been amazing. Yeah. Have you been in? Obviously, have you been out here?
I have not been out there. That is one place that I really would like to, that's on my bucket list. I would love to go out there someday. Well, someday it'll happen.
Sure. I mean, you're on the West Coast, so it's like not as far. Yeah, absolutely. Manifest that.
So
How's everything been going otherwise, though?
everything's good. I can't complain, just trying to just take it day by day, stay in the present. And I just got done with a move. I moved my things from Boise, Idaho. I moved to Boise, Idaho from Florida, Fort Myers, Florida in March of 23. And then I ended up moving to outside of Portland. So I'm living outside of Portland in Clackamas County, which is like in the foothills of Mount Hood. It's absolutely gorgeous. And so this is where the spirit led me, and this is where I'm going to be for a minute. And then who knows where I'll be next. Who knows? I'm open.
Excellent. I like that. Yeah.
Anywhere. So yeah, I just had friends that moved to the Big Island. And
Oh, excellent.
yeah, so I have people out there that I'd love to visit. So hopefully we'll manifest that and it will come to pass, right?
Definitely. You and my sister would get along a lot. You guys have a lot of the same philosophies and the whole spirit and everything. I see. She's on the Big Island. We'll have to connect some dots for sure.
Absolutely, definitely. So I just wanted to give you an opportunity to come back on. I was, before you got on, I was telling the viewers that you and I sat down in Pasadena and we had an opportunity to talk, but the podcast, it just ended up not being good sound quality. So I wanted to get you back on and just, allow you to just talk about your journey and how your career has transitioned during your growth, your spiritual growth. Because we're all going through it at the end.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah, you can't hide from it, right? At the end of the day. So, okay. You there? Hey, Benji, you know when go ahead. You're going to have to start over because it totally like froze.
Yeah, so like right, that I might lose that connection, which is unfortunate, but I can my best to give you an intro. Yeah, I mean, I started making music at a real young age. Always was surrounded by music in my family and hip hop. I found it, when I was young and just kind of became addicted to that. So always wrote music and eventually started developing my own songs and, grew up in Boston, but eventually got out to Los Angeles where music led me to acting, which was the commercial. And I just my doing shows in LA and having our own cross country tour. One point, I drove across country and performed at all the venues. And how's the audio? Are you picking it up?
Audio's you kind of faded in and out a little bit, but I think people can kind of make sense of what you're saying. So you started to cultivate your love for hip hop, and you started to get into writing, and then and I was sharing with the viewers that you're from Boston, and
Yep.
that you moved out to LA to pursue your hip hop aspirations, if you will, and then that's
Yep.
kind of when you caught the acting bug.
Absolutely. Yeah. So what I was saying earlier was that I actually rapped in a commercial,
Oh
uh,
yeah.
a protein powder commercial. It was like my first audition ever. I didn't really have big aspirations stacked, but rapping in a commercial, getting like the lead, and that really opened my eyes to that industry, and just gave me more confidence and kept pursuing what I wanted to do. I was like, all right, if music led me to this amazing thing, obviously music's like what I'm supposed to do, but now the acting, which has been more, make more money doing that. So it's kind of just like multiple hustles. I feel like they're the same industry. Realistically, it's entertainment.
Right.
So, I love music and I'll always write it. It's been like my therapy. And yeah, it's just something that's like embedded in me, man. I love to perform. I love to write. I'm constantly writing new music. I have new projects dropping consistently. And it's like, that's the thing with art, though. It's subjective. So you might not always get the feedback you hope to get on something. And it's just a tough world these days with social media. I feel like you really have to be more than just an artist. You got to be someone who can market their brand and advertise. And it's like you got to do multiple things and wear multiple hats, which can make it tough, can kind of burn you out.
Absolutely. So how do you stay grounded? How do you stay grounded in all of that?
I mean, I just love to, like focus on taking care of myself. I hit the gym, I work out, I love to be outside in nature and just be grateful, really, like constantly count my blessings and realize how lucky I am to just be alive, let alone pursue a dream. And, just, I feel like you are the energy you put out. So when you put out good energy and it comes back, it's definitely full circle moments when you just gratitude, it definitely comes back to you and you get blessings. So every opportunity I've got on set or being able to perform on stage, it's definitely, I'm grateful for every moment. And I think that really grounds me, realizing I have great friends, a great family, people who are in my corner, fans,
Absolutely.
It's a wild journey. I've met a lot of amazing people on the way. And I feel like, I really am someone that believes like things are meant to happen. And it's like life is not predetermined, but there are a lot of things that are, and you just got to kind of go with where the wind takes you, focus your heart, and just follow your intuition,
Absolutely. So you're obviously out in nature right now. Where are you? This is so stunning.
So I'm on the the Poly Highway right now.
Oh, cool.
We're about to do a hike to a waterfall. So yeah, my sister moved out to Hawaii like 10 years ago, fell in love with it. She visited a friend in college, was like, I'm addicted, became a yoga teacher. Now she works in psychedelic medicine.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, her boyfriend does ketamine massage. Like they're very into the nature and spirit aspect. That's why I definitely want to hook you up with them.
Oh my God, that would be so great. Yeah.
The vibes would be real. But yeah, just living, man. It's hard to take a vacation, because like I'm always trying to hustle and work and get gigs, and I've missed some acting gigs since I've been out of town already. But it's like you got to have time to just take with your family. We haven't all been together in like a year. We only see my sister once a year. She lives far. My parents are on the East Coast, and so am I now in Jersey. So it's a 12-hour flight out, but making time for the family and the people you love is just the most important thing to me.
It is, it's important to be around folks that you're like-minded with, and that they get the whole picture of what's going on, right? And
definitely, yeah, you got to surround yourself with people for sure,
right,
like-minded individuals.
Yeah, and I think there was one time, and there was a time in my life where it was like I'm on that path of trudging through, and then you get to this point where you kind of just relax and just let the spirit take over. And man, let me tell you, things just start to really fall into place.
Oh, absolutely. I feel that as well, It's like we kind of make our own reality within our minds. It's like whatever we perceive as reality, whatever we think is reality. So you got to have positive outlooks and believe things can happen. And, the negativity will destroy anything, any dreams you have. So yeah, just stay positive and realizing that anything's possible, like you got to go through hard circumstances that it makes you somebody else. Like I left LA because I had like somewhat of a mental breakdown. It's a longer story than that, but it was like the end of my life. I felt like I was never going to really get better, and then it was almost like a rebirth for me. And it was very interesting to like become a new person and see that I almost had to go through that to have a different perspective, to like see what was meant for me. I feel like I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now, and it's weird how life does that. It's like you can feel like at your lowest point, but it's just like God preparing you for something bigger and greater. And I'm a firm believer in that, like just the divine order of things.
Oh, big time. And
yeah,
I think, well, I had someone reach out to me and ask me, hey, I have this person, they're not a musician, would you be interested in interviewing them? I'm like, absolutely. I want to provide a platform for everyday people. I want to eventually take this podcast on the road where I can really just talk to everyday people that are really going through this journey back to remembering themselves, really, and to going back in and tapping into their greatness, because we don't have to wait around for that. There is no separation between us and God.
Right.
This is an illusion that's been created by this system in order to disconnect you from who remembering who you are and your intuition. We have amazing gifts that are given to us by God, that when we really start to quiet the noise, we hone in on that. And like, you're in nature, and that's the best place to start, right? Is to just quiet it down. We're not meant to be in this hustle and bustle of life all the time. We have to take breaks and give our souls times to just be still, right? There's constant
I totally agree.
Yeah.
Life's a balance, you have to definitely find time to focus on everything more than just money and what's next and accumulating more things, because you don't take that with you.
Right? We don't take it with us. And that's the thing. We get caught up so much in living for the things of this world that we kind of lose sight that all of that stuff is important. What's important is the interactions that we have with other human beings, and understanding that even though we don't have the same story, that we have a story, and it's similar because we go through similar sufferings, right? So yeah,
absolutely.
So you're what now? So what waterfall are you going to see today?
It is called the Nuuanu Public Area Honolulu Watershed Forest.
Oh, wow.
So it's like a natural reserve type of area. I'm going through these trees now. So I mean,
God, that's so cool.
Yeah. So just, getting out in nature and
it's good for the soul.
Absolutely. But as far as the journey, I'll constantly be on the journey, better myself and try to evolve as a person. And then, the musical journey, I've definitely evolved as an artist. sounds different, and you just grow as the more you do it. But there's definitely periods where I don't write at all, and you kind of need that time to just experience, and then, oh wow, this is amazing, huh? Crazy.
So cool. Is that your
All bamboo.
That's your sister?
No, this is my girlfriend.
Hi, girlfriend.
My sister's up front. She's got the baby boy in tow. The
Oh, my
husband's got him
goodness.
on a little,
This is so
little
cool.
fanny
Like
pack.
live and in color. I'm loving it. I'm loving it.
Absolutely.
How far is the hike?
Honestly, don't know. We'll find out shortly.
Know
How
what?
far is the hike? Anyone?
You're gonna
45
find out.
minutes.
Yeah, that's awesome. Cool.
Baby's already crying.
So how is everything out there from what you can see with your eyes with regard to Hawaii? How is everything? How are the people there?
The people seem awesome, honestly. It's like a different culture out here because, they're all like, they live the belief that they all live on an island together, so it's like a big community.
Yeah.
And it's definitely a friendly community.
Nice.
Obviously there's a lot of different history here with people colonizing the island, and my sister is knowledgeable about all that stuff. She definitely educates us. But yeah, no, it's a great place. It's very expensive out here. Groceries are like double what they are back there. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, it's definitely a place where you got to have a good hustle to survive, I would say. But yeah, the nature and the people are beautiful. Great culture.
That's amazing.
Yeah.
Cool. So what are your future plans? What's going on? You got anything going on that you want to share with the listeners?
Yeah, I'm working on a new project with a producer friend of mine from Boston. He's a fellow hip hop artist as well, and he's been working on beats for, years and years. And he sent me, 50 beats to working on basically like a double disc album.
Yeah.
Along with tons of other songs. I just had my friend Rockwood, one of my main producers. He just remixed a beat, Steve Miller, "Fly Like an Eagle," and
Oh my
I'm
God.
working on that, like all sorts of stuff.
Up. I love it.
Yeah, the beat's crazy. The beat sounds so dope, and he did it real quick for me and sent it. I'm like, I love it. So
Oh man.
I'll be going to Boston in a couple of weeks. That's like the main studio. Go record a bunch.
Nice.
And really just keep pushing out new music. And the acting stuff, I'm in Jersey, so there's gigs in New York, and trying to make my way through that industry as well. I'm trying to get out of the background roles and get more, prominent roles. But I did just photo double. I just photo doubled for Pablo Schreiber, who's Liev Schreiber's little brother. You know who Liev Schreiber is? Ray Donovan, yeah.
Oh, stop.
So he has his little brother's been in the industry. Nobody knows he has a brother. So if you look at the actor, you'll recognize who he is.
Right.
I just photo double for him. It was me getting the beard put on Instagram. I did a little time lapse. They put a huge beard and wig on me. So yeah, just, constantly looking for new hustles and gigs. And I feel like I'm not the 9-to-5 person. I'm more of a multiple job person.
Hey,
just trying to enjoy every minute.
Anymore nowadays, you got to have a side hustle, right? Like this whole
without
thing
a doubt.
that's going on, like multiple, like it's bonkers. But
I think ever since COVID hit, some of the more people work from home, and it's like everyone's remote. A little bit. Oh, looks like another fence. My sister's lost on the.
Oh no!
We didn't get there yet.
Doesn't know where she's going.
We didn't get there yet.
But yeah, what about you? So how's the new move? Congrats on that. How's Portland treating you? You wanted to come down there and see Oregon.
Oregon is gorgeous. It's a beautiful state. And I know I really like where I'm living. I think I'm on the foothills of Mount Hood. So it's stunning, and I love that part of it. And I think just right now, I'm just kind of nesting and resting.
Sure.
I'm not currently traveling, and that's a good thing, because that grind can get a little old.
Oh yeah, I know you were going nonstop when I met you. You'd been traveling like crazy, so
it's just
you need to recharge that battery.
Yeah. So that's kind of what's going on. Is just being here and kind of going through things. Do I need this? Do I not? And just,
Right.
purging
Right.
old and getting a few
Yeah.
new things. But yeah, I'm just trying to get myself settled. So just
Good.
podcast.
Very good.
Have some really cool guests coming on and kind of
Sure.
a guest that came on, and it kind of, I don't want to say it was blindsided, but it wasn't something we talked about, and it was like, whoa, this is totally spirit driven, like, and truth, like whoa.
Yeah.
So that's going to be, I'm releasing that tonight. That was a guest. His name is Jeremy Allen Stanton. He's from St. Louis, and
Oh, excellent.
he came on and shared his experience with childhood sexual abuse. So
Oh, wow.
yeah, so
Listen,
whoa, okay, we're really getting into some serious stuff here. But look, it's the truth, and everyone has their own truths, and this is why it's important to be open to any and all information, right?
Totally. We all have a different
Yeah,
story, and there's no limit how far you can take the podcast, because that's what this world is now, is pods. Like, nobody thought it would catch on, but that's what it is now. So keep finding new guests for stories. There's so many different people you can interview.
Yeah. I think we all.
But I think we.
Ooh.
I think I'm gonna probably lose you. I think.
Yeah, I
where
think
we're going is starting to. I'm getting.
Yeah, I think I'm gonna lose you. So thank you so much for coming on, and God bless you.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
And hopefully,
you
we'll
as well.
cross each other's path again. Okay. Take care.
Without a doubt. I look forward to it.
Have an amazing time with your family.
Thank you so much. God bless. We'll talk soon. All right. Bye-bye.
Take care. Bye. Always a great conversation with Benji. He didn't get an opportunity. He's out there doing his thing. He jumped on real quick. And so you can follow Benji on, give me a second here, folks, so I can tell you. Okay, so you can follow Benji Collotta on Collotta Hip Hop, which is on Instagram. Yeah, I think it's so amazing because I talk to a lot of people who are like getting out into nature, and that truly is what's happening. Is people are getting into nature. They're starting to really still their minds. Once we still this mind of ours, we can hear. We are given the ears to hear, the eyes to see, when we can slow it down and really dial into the Spirit of God. So I don't think he's on TikTok. So he's on Instagram. So it's Collotta, and that's COLLOTTA hip hop on Instagram. And I'll also put it in the description for the podcast. So this is the Pursuit of Truth podcast with Jay. And if you're ever interested in coming on and sharing your truth, I don't care who you are. I had the opportunity to meet some of these folks when I was in LA, and it just kind of happened that way. And I truly mean that. Like, this podcast is about everyday people. It's about giving everyday people an opportunity to come on here and share their story, to give yourself a platform to have a voice to come out here and share your story, because that is what the Spirit of God is encouraging us to do, is to share this. Because when we share our story, we can inspire someone else, right? We can be the catalyst that's like, whoa, inspire them to get on their healing journey, or whatever it may be. Or if they're an aspiring artist, or if they're an aspiring, vocalist, or a musician, or a singer-songwriter. And it's so important. And I was reminded this week by my dear friend, Moni, that when we are this life, right? It's important for us to do the things that we love. When we're doing the things that we love, we start to cultivate this energy that we start to attract good things into our life. So it's essential, to just do those things that you love, whatever it is. If it could be gardening, it could be woodworking, it could be making soap, it could be knitting or crocheting or whatever to create. My sister-in-law had an opportunity to go, someone came in to work. They made these hats, right, where they could design their own hat. And she created this, and it came from a place of a creative spirit. That is who we are, is these spiritual beings having a human experience, and we have the ability to create. We have the ability to co-create. We have the ability to inspire others. And that's what this podcast is all about. It's about inviting people to come on, share their truth about whatever it is. There's nothing off limits. I mean, we want to make sure we're doing it from a respectful standpoint, but what this podcast is not going to cultivate any of the nonsense and the hate that's going on, that we see in the system. I don't buy into that. So I think that's the only stipulation. But yeah, it's time that we start to share our truths. And then once we start to hear more and more and more of our truth and others' truth, we understand that, wow, we're all going through it in this life. And that's really what it's about. We all have lessons. We all have things that have happened to us that are just not good experiences. But we have folks that have really horrible experiences. But even that, we can learn from each other, right? We may not even be able to fathom some of the things that people have gone through in their lives. And, I know a handful of people who've gone through a lot of traumatic things in their lives, very traumatic, when I'm talking about like abuse and things like this. And so, it's important. It's important for us to share that these things that we are triggered by, and ask the questions. Why am I being so triggered by this? And the spirit will direct you to what needs to be healed. It is the most amazing thing. So stay tuned, folks. I already see it. It's already orchestrated, if you will, by the spirit, just by the people that I'm talking to, that I have no idea the layers, right? I'm just sitting down with them for the first time, some of these people on this podcast, right? And some people I have on, I know, but most people, I don't know the ins and outs. And when they get on here and they start to share their story, it's like, what? So I'm honored that I have this opportunity to sit down and provide a platform for people to come on and really share, and just cultivate this love and peace and understanding and all of these amazing qualities that Christ had and Buddha had, and all of these ascended masters and all of these spiritual leaders that we've had before us, and the ancient wisdom that's within our DNA. So we're gonna be diving into a lot of things. So thank you so much for listening and dialing in and following the Pursuit of Truth podcast. We're slow to grow, but at the end of the day, it's about discipline. It's about, I just got to do what I have to do on my end. And you know, the souls that need to hear these messages, it will get to. I know that. So, yeah, it's a pretty cool time to be alive, folks. And I know there's a lot of chaos, and it's like, don't pay attention to it. Stay with God, and it's going to be all right. I'm going to tell you right now, just stay with God, and it's going to be all right. So I love you so much for watching. And if you have any ideas, feel free to shoot me an email or a DM. And if you want to come on and share your story, please feel free to reach out and, let me know, and we'll get you on as soon as we can. No, I'm excited. I'm excited to see where this goes. I want to take this. I'm just going to let you know. I want to take this podcast on the road. I want to be able to go to small town USA and talk to Susie, and I want to be able to sit down with her and her share her story, or Bob out here in the middle of nowhere USA and share his story, or someone who's in the hustle and the bustle of the chaos and has the eyes to see what's going on. I want to interview that person and is pro humanity and wants to share their truth. And I want to continue to encourage everybody to be open to the process, be open to any and all information, take it back to the spirit and discern from it, because there is a lot of misinformation and disinformation out here. And there's going to be a future podcast. I just haven't decided, and I have some things I need to brush up on. That I mean, I'm going to be doing podcasts just me, because there's information that I want to share, but I'm going to talk about psyops, and I'm going to talk about the gateway experience, which was this was a CIAD class. So there's so many things that we're going to talk about on this podcast, and so just stay tuned and just be chill and go with the flow and keep doing what you're doing, because you're right where you need to be, and everything will fall into place. Everything will be okay. Thank you so much for listening. And until next time, pursue the truth. We'll talk to you soon. Bye.
Unveiling